Alright, y'all. Part two of my Memorial Day video. This the ending, so it ain't that long. But just rock out with me one more time.
We first met Command Sergeant Major Teresa King 3 years ago at Fort Jackson, Columbia, South Carolina. What are you looking for? I mean, because it all pretty much looks like everyone's exercising.
I'm looking for attention to detail.
The first woman to lead the Army's elite drill sergeant school, a symbol of physical and emotional strength. That was then.
When I'm going through this devastating situation, it's important for me to set the example. And that's where I'm at.
Now, King faces the toughest battle of her 32-year military career. She filed a formal complaint against the Army, charging her superiors mistreated her because she's a woman.
I'm not in a position where I can say what should happen to my superiors, but I will say they need to be held accountable.
King was suspended following complaints of micromanaging and toxic leadership, factors she says would not have been questioned if she were a man. Some rank and file questioning her lack of combat experience, but as a woman, King can't go to the front lines. King, who had earned top scores for physical fitness, says she was punished for rejecting unfit candidates.
And I think drill sergeants should be some of the highest standard bearers in the Army. And that's the only way we can make soldiers.
King submitted a 19-page rebuttal describing her accusers as disgruntled because they faced disciplinary actions. Two of her superiors, Command Sergeant Major John Calpena and Major General Richard Longo, oversaw a 6-month investigation. During that period, King was not allowed to have any contact with students or staff, cut off, she says, from her military family.
I think I lost touch of consciousness because it was so painful.
King sought help from attorney and state legislator James Smith, also one of her former soldiers. Smith says he believed in her then and now.
Her suspension is and was unwarranted. Now the point is, and what we're asking is for a review of how and why all this took place.
Earlier this month, the Army found King's suspension was not warranted, informing her, "Your suspension is lifted." Smith says not good enough. An Army spokeswoman saying neither Calpena nor Longo could comment. King's reinstatement came just in time for the change of responsibility ceremony. A commandant's final act, the official transfer of power.
There were some days I didn't feel like I'm going to live. But I believe in hope against all hope.
Supporters surrounded King, who says despite everything, she'd serve the Army again.
I want to make sure that this does not happen to another person.
Jason Carroll, CNN, Columbia, South Carolina.